Alright, we're back with our next walkthrough. The casting of Frank Stone. Apparently it's from the world of Dead by Daylight. I've seen people playing Dead by Daylight. I've never really been into it myself. It's just not something that I would play. Dead by Daylight, but the casting of Frank Stone is meant to be a horror game. It's going to be down the same storyline as the Dark Pictures anthology, so this is what I've heard anyway. You're going to read all this. Can we skip to the end? Why would anyone decline? You know, they can't play the game if they decline it, you know what I mean? Are you sure you want to enable data reporting? What does that mean? We'll say yes for now, just in case something fucks it up. Adjust the slider until the left image is barely visible. That'll do. Die alone, die together. What does this mean? Play the single player story. Yeah, that's what we want to do, innit? Cutting room floor is unlocked once a playthrough of the main story has been completed. Owners of the deluxe edition of the casting of Frank Stone gain immediate access. You will not escape torment, but you may survive. Leave behind all hope of survival. Observer, you will witness suffering, but survival is expected. We'll go with the observer. Every choice made, every action taken has consequences. Some will save lives. Some will result in death. Amazing. So it's one of those games where...
I sacrificed everything.
Alright, pal. Let me speak. It's one of those games where, you know, whatever action you make will result in whatever happens.
For it. A world within a story whispered to me centuries ago. Of a timeless power. Infinite in knowledge. Voracious in hunger. The entity. A realm so close to ours, but always out of reach. Until I found him. Frank Stone. My key. My killer. I am Augustine Lieber. And I'm about to change our worlds forever.
Revenge. That's what it sounds like.
I'm assuming you're the night watchman here.
I am.
Or just you? Covering the entire site?
Oh, no. I got help.
Where are they now? On duty?
Of a manner. Merlin just goes where he pleases.
Merlin.
My dog. Doberman Pinscher. Best friend a fella could ask for. Loyal to the seventh horn sounds. Trust him more than I trust myself.
Okay, so Sirius, I need to ask you a few questions concerned you and the dog's security for the mill. Let's go with Sirius.
I need to ask you a few questions.
I'm yours to dispose of.
Can I have your name?
Thomas Jefferson Holt. Call me Tom.
Officer Sam Green. Tom, I want to talk to you about...
I know what about. That missing boy, right?
That's right.
You think he could be missing here?
This mill looks a big place.
Biggest in all Cedar Hills. But that don't make no difference. Ain't no funny business going on around here. Not undermining Merlin's noses.
Skeptical sounds like a lot of ground to cover. Curious, can I check your records? Curious.
You sound confident.
And rightly so.
Can I check your records?
My records?
Like the logbook, visitors to the mill, out-of-hour shifts, that sort of thing.
Right. Well, gotta be here someplace.
Is that it? It's okay. Allow me.
Discovery.
I see.
Questioning. No. So, accusatory. Someone's been faking the entries. Questioning. Noticed anything suspicious. Disapproving. Been drinking. Yeah, so we don't really know the capabilities of this older guy. And with seeing it through the dog's eyes from the beginning, are we actually seeing it through a dog's eyes? Or is there something weird about that? So we're gonna try and play it a little bit safe for now. Disapproving being drinking, that's only gonna piss him off, you know what I mean? So we'll go with the questioning.
Have you noticed anything suspicious around the mill?
Tonight?
Tonight, last few nights, anything at all?
Nope, nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing. Why, heck, you don't believe me, ask your boss.
My boss?
Sheriff Kusich.
Right. My boss.
He stopped by last night asking about the exact same thing. And I told him the same thing I'm telling you. There's no way that boy could be here, and Merlin and me not know about it.
And what did the sheriff say?
Okay, Tom. Then he got back in his car and left.
Huh.
Doubtful that's all the sheriff said. Surprised so nobody's actually checked the mill.
So what you're telling me is nobody's actually checked the mill for any sign of the boy?
When you say nobody, does that include Merlin?
No, Tom, it doesn't.
Good night. Okie dokie. Love you, Mom. I will.
I'm talking human investigators only.
In that case, Sam, I find it hard to argue with your assessment.
Any objections if I take a look around the place?
No objections from me. Of course, everything's locked for the night.
It's not a problem.
There's Merlin, of course.
Of course.
If you see him, tell him I'm looking for him.
Thank you for your help, Tom.
Happy to oblige.
See, I was thinking Merlin was the dog. I got a bad feeling about this.
Of course, everything's locked up for the night.
Find a way into the mill. Alright. Remember guys, like I said, if you actually make a mistake or you choose the wrong option, it is one of those games. So this is going to be fun. So there's an area there.
An open window. I can get in through there.
Something's gonna pop out in a minute, I can guarantee you. Trinket found, iridescent king. She promised to take away my pain. Didn't read the rest of it. Collection. I think. Artifacts. Nope, that's not it. Well, that was a trinket anyway, wasn't it? So I didn't get to read the rest of that. But you got to see it yourselves, guys. You can rewind it. Glad we went back this way. Because we found something we didn't, or could not have found, if you know what I mean. So, it's a good job we went this way. So otherwise we would have missed out on that. I promise you I would go a bit quicker, but we can't sprint. Which, to be fair, that's understandable. It's pretty realistic in terms of That's... We heard the owner shouting Merlin before. When we got to this window, so...
Easy does it.
Search for the missing child. Okay. That should go back out, isn't it? We've not played a decent horror game since, well, I actually can't remember when what we last played. This is very much like Dark Pictures Anthology or that type of game where you get to decide what fate you have, etc., etc. Right, we'll go through here. Some kind of slate workshop. What's it say here? The value of each bundle in this area is... Okay. What's that noise? Friday 13th afternoon, 2 PM to 10 PM. Harold Norris, Dennis McCann, Bobby Rivers, Frank Stone, and Lou Osterman. Graveyard, 10 PM to 6 AM. Non-applicable. On the back it says, moved Dawkins and Stone off graveyard to pick up slack. No use running 3 crews with half the manpower. Some fella's gonna have to double up shifts. Saw the lumpkin out front. No one's working nights for a while. Hooks. Interesting.
Locked. That's hardcore.
The harvest flame yields the hardest steel. Howard Kinsey, tester.
Hello? Anyone here? It's police. Who's there?
Don't think we want to find out, personally. in my opinion.
Ugh, smells like death.
Hey, Mr. Green.
Officer.
Oh, yes, sir, of course. You haven't seen Merlin, have you?
No, yeah, sorry. Ugh.
You all right there?
Yeah, it's just... Jesus, you don't smell that?
Sniffer's out of commission. Got a little too up close and personal with a can of mustard gas back in the trenches. It can be a blessing in disguise.
Ugh. Gotta find out where it's coming from.
What's it smell like?
Nothing good.
Merlin! There you are, boy. We wondered where you got to. Come here, boy! Dang it! Sure would have liked it if you two made proper acquaintance.
God damn it.
Fucking hell, man.
Ugh. You put this out for him?
No?
It looks like someone else has found his way to your boy's heart. Through his stomach.
It ain't possible. Merlin and me, we're a team. Who'd want to come between a man and his best friend? What's that? Some kind of wiener mate?
Well, that's someone's ear. That's not good.
Will you look at that? That damn dog? Think that belongs to the boy you're looking for?
Dismissive, there's no proof if it does, and settled it came from someone else.
Nah. Came from someone much older. A teenager, maybe.
Jesus married a milkmaid.
Hey, you know about any other folks going missing in Cedar Hills lately?
Well, I don't know. Who would know a thing like that?
Well, somebody does.
Okay, this is the way to go, is it? Down this way?
What was that sound? Stay behind me.
It's alright, he's about 20 miles behind us, guys. I mean, to be fair, I did run off. Still. You keeping up?
So, what is this thing?
The grate?
Yeah, what is it for?
It's, for the furnace, I think.
You don't know for sure?
Yeah, I work at the mill, not in the mill.
Find something to pry open the grates. Alright.
I need something to pry this open. That's what I need.
Spade. Alright then. Nope. It's not the spade, it's the
Gotcha.
wrench. Some items can be kept and used later. Okay.
Stand back.
Can tell that was some heavy fucking lifting.
All right. Take this. Use the radio in my car and call the station.
Where are you going? You really think that boy's down there?
I don't know. I got a feeling, and it's not a good feeling. Hey. I'm gonna need you to take this too. Make sure the sheriff gets this.
Oh boy, I don't know.
I need your help here, Tom. I wouldn't ask if I didn't.
I just don't know if I'm made of the stuff, buddy.
They don't call it a higher calling for nothing. You gotta rise to meet it. You can do this.
Yeah. I can do this.
Hey. I'm counting on you, Tom Hope.
Fate changed? You put your faith in Tom. Interesting. Well, this looks a bit dark, guys, doesn't it? Find a way to the furnace chamber. Alright. What's that?
Damn it.
The hat's broken. So I'm guessing this is the way we came. Wooden horse, I know what it is to believe. Through the forest the path is clear and the fireworks something. It's another trinket. Furnace access is that way.
Damn. It's a maze down here.
Definitely heard footsteps then. Someone is engaged in strange rituals in the hidden... Okay, it's probably whoever we heard.
This has got to be it.
Yeah, there's definitely footsteps behind me, bro. Fucking hear it, man. It's crazy shit.
This place turns my stomach.
Relic found, the hillbilly.
Down here.
The twisted man turned monster.
Goddamn small spaces. My God.
Ah, shit.
Shit!
That must have fucking hurt, that.
Good Lord. This is hellish. Son of a fuck. Crap. Shit.
Proficient skills, question mark, check. What the fuck is that?
Stop!
Oh yeah, they hang them on hooks, don't they? In Dead by Daylight. Fate change, you freed yourself from the pipe. Nice. Let's go. Fate sealed, you shot Frank Stone and saved the child. Awesome.
Sleep tight, motherfucker.
Trophian Savior. That was fucking awesome.
Okay. Mom. Mom? None of this is right.
What the fuck?
What the? Mom? What's wrong? I'm here. Everything's all right.
revisits my grave while the night winds wail. And nobody knows, nobody sees.
You can do this, Maddie. Just stay on the right side of the road. I mean, the left side is the right side.
The scaffold was high and eternity was near.
Is that a hitchhiker?
Hey! Hey!
And that's why we don't pick up hitchhikers.
She cries all night.
Eyes on the road, Maddie.
She walks these
I don't know if this hitchhiker was like gonna take the form of Frank Stone or something.
Guess we're here.
Number 2 in the House of Darkness, Durant Manor 2024. Why would you go to something like this, man?
Ooh. Creepy doorbell.
Exactly.
Good sign. Hello? I'm here. No way I've come all the way out here and nobody's home. Let me in, please. Hello?
Yeah, you know what I'd be doing? Walking right back out there. Get right back out there. Look around and find Augustine
Better look
Leiber.
around. See if I can find anyone.
Or Leiber. Haha, this is cool, isn't it? This is where we got them trinkets originally. Whole place is just dead. Okay, do we go upstairs or do we go and stay on the bottom floor? Let's go to the bottom floor.
Someone's gotta be around. Hello? Not gonna
Locked.
find anyone in there, I guess. Well, this must be the place.
So if that is the place, let's check upstairs. See if there's anything we can look at. There is.
Huh. Well, even I could play this.
A Survivor's theme by something, and then it's got the tune, well, the instruments that you play.
Really digging these creepy cottagecore vibes.
Discovery. Bruno Stamford, 3-esque business connoisseur. Behind all good ideas is a plan, behind all great ones is Stan.
Looking forward to doing business with you. Huh. That's today.
AL, looking forward to doing business. If you mean what you promise, I'm sure this evening will be worth both our while. See you on the 13th in brackets, and please call me Stan. PS, got a good number for one of those British black cabs? Question mark. My usual guy's indisposed, so to speak.
Didn't see any other cars out there.
It's gonna be the hitchhiker, isn't it? It's gonna be the hitchhiker. I just had a feeling like the hitchhiker would turn out to be some, you know, whatever it is, like a shift shaper or something. Miss Lieber, I'm writing to confirm that as per your instruction, I've asked the staff to take leave and vacate the grounds ahead of your visitors arriving. I recall hearing mention that your visitors are all collectors with a shared interest to yourself. If this is the case, would it not be preferable, even desirable, to keep one trusted staff member on hand to handle any precious items if required? I recommend myself for this duty and do not consider it below my station, for I would relish the chance to glimpse and handle your precious items in the private reliquary, should it be needed. I'm only a short drive away if called upon, and needn't concern yourself with discretion. In my 3 years of service and an estate manager of Gerrant Manor, I've proven to be a model of reserve, probity and reliability. I await your response with keen anticipation. Your devoted servant, J.F. Grimes. State letter. Augustine Labour's requested her staff to leave while we visit. Basically, that's what I was saying. A rotary phone, man.
Whoa.
Okay. Trophy earned. Motive.
Secret stairs? You've got to be kidding me. Maybe I shouldn't be snooping around. Then again...
Holy fuck. The Huntress.
They must have had a creepy doll on their Christmas list.
The lullaby that haunts the dark forest. See, that could have been... This is what I was saying, guys. It could have been the quote-unquote... What's the word for it now? passerby. Not passerby, you know what I mean, the person that's stranded on the road. Okay, this is where we need to go.
Ah, hello. Another victim.
Hello, victim?
Just a little dry British humor.
Oh, you're British?
No, but spent a little while in a charming country house like this, and it kind of rubs off on you. I am so sorry. Where are my manners? My name is Stan, and you would be?
Maddie.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Maddie. Short for Madeline.
Madison, actually.
Ah, okay. Like the Avenue.
Like, oh, in New York.
Greatest city in the world. Ever been?
Oh, yeah, it's where I live. I mean, it's where I lived. But now I kind of live in Berlin, or, well, I go to school in Berlin. So I'm not technically a citizen there or anything. And New York is still kind of my home because, you know, it's New York City. And, like, once a New Yorker, always a New Yorker, you know?
Well, Madison Avenue. Now that you're here, it seems like the party can finally get started.
Well, not much of a party.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Stan, that wouldn't be short for Stanford, would it?
I see my reputation precedes me. Bruno Stanford III. That's your beck and call. But only if you call me Stan.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
Linda Castle. I am honored, no, humbled, to make your acquaintance.
She was the one that was broke down on the
Hi.
side of the road.
It is truly a great pleasure to be graced by your presence.
Okay. Sure. Likewise.
It's not every day you get to meet one of your all-time favorite horror filmmakers face to face and shake their hand.
I would have gotten here sooner, but my car broke down, and I just couldn't get anybody to stop for me.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry.
You know what? Don't worry. I needed the exercise.
Wait, hold up. Are you saying that you saw the Linda Castle stranded on the side of the road and you didn't stop?
Yeah.
Mate, we're in a horror game. Would you stop in the middle of the woods for someone that has broken down their car? You know what I mean? And not gonna suddenly turn into some kind of serial killer or, you know, some kind of shapeshifter or some shit, you know what I mean? Hey, we've got some collections. We'll read them in a second.
This is the director of my mother, my father, my blood. Nerve biter. Blade skinner? Dismembered the 25th of December.
I had no idea who she was.
That's no excuse.
Defensive, never pick up hitchhikers. Apologetic, I'm really so sorry. See, if we... The first one's right as well, but I don't think that's going to go down very well, so we're going to just be apologetic.
I really am so sorry. I don't know what happened. I think I'm just a little out of it from traveling, and I don't know what the people are like around here, and I just panicked, and then I felt bad after I passed you, but I couldn't go back, you know?
And by that point, I was somebody else's problem, right?
Right. No, I mean, I guess.
You're not good at making split-second decisions. Not many people are.
Okay.
Linda's not impressed by your admission.
Host has left something out for us.
Yikes. Oh well. You know, if it was in the middle of the wood, you're going to automatically think, yeah, They're either going to try and rob you, serial killer vibe, or, you know, it could be a shapeshifter or something. You know, it's a horror game, guys. You know what I mean? Okay. So these have descriptions. Now this was all locked before. So the hillbilly. So Max Thompson Jr. is a sight not even his mother could love. A twisted man turned monster in the silence that hangs over Cold Wind Farm. One must keep their ear to the wind, alert to the rusty roar of grinding metal and motor. Because even if Max makes no attempt to hide his approach, his vengeance comes with a brutal swiftness. And then the Huntress, which I thought it was a sign, you know, I had a feeling it was going to be some kind of shapeshifter or, you know, serial killer. Anna left the harsh winters of the Red Forest in search of more dangerous game, but none has so far proven a challenge worthy of her talents. Her lullaby haunts the darkness, hinting at the tale of a hunt unfinished. A gentle prize she has not yet captured, her axe remains sharp. The hunt goes on. Alright. Artifacts. So this is the storyteller. Estate letter. A letter for the owner from the estate's manager. It seems Ms. Leiber is highly selective over who handles her precious items. What sort of business are her guests in for? Alright. Symbols. A painted symbol resembling some sort of crude weapon. This is a seriously morbid art project. Is there some sort of hidden meaning here? That was right at the start of the game. Relationships. Okay, certain choices you make have direct impact on the relationships between characters. So it's just like the Dark Pictures anthology. The current status of each character relationship is displayed when you access the relationship screen. Okay, by selecting a character name, you can see the choices that impacted that relationship. So it's pretty obvious, guys. When it's down, the red arrows pointing downwards means that you're not, doing well or you're doing severely badly. And when it's pointing upwards, it's either, doing good or you're doing amazing. Linda wasn't overly impressed, but we have only just got her under halfway, so it's not too bad at the minute. Fate. Okay, 1963. Sam. Sam trusted in Tom to help him when he needed him most. Okay, so this was in 1963 then, apparently. Right at the start of the game, that was classed as 1963. Even though I thought it was right. I kind of had a feeling with... The hat wasn't, like, up to spec, but at the same time, it did look like it was, like, 2024. Okay, Sam managed to free himself from the pipe in the furnace chamber without permanent damage to his shoulder. Sam shot and killed Frank Stone, saving the child from certain death. Alright. Now we want 2024. So Linda was left on the side of the road and she walked to the manse. Yeah, well, we thought you could have been anyone. Madison. Okay, Maddie drove past the hitchhiker. The hitchhiker appeared in the manse. Stan identified her to Maddie as Linda Castle. It is what it is. Okay,
I won't bore you with all the details.
Look around while
it
waiting
involves
for
money and fast cars and trading.
Augustine Leiber.
Well, nothing illegal, obviously.
Oh, obviously.
The Epic of Gilgamesh.
A bit of light bedtime reading.
Tablet 5, The Slaying of Humbaba. My friend Humbaba, guardian of the forest, grind up, kill, pulverize, and destroy him. Before the preeminent god Enil hears, and the gods are full of rage at us. Enil is in Nippur, Shamash is in Sipar, erect an eternal monument proclaiming how Gilgamesh killed Humbaba. They tied together a raft, and Enkidu steered it while Gilgamesh held the head of Humbaba. So in brackets annotation, read carefully, Norman, study close what Enkidu tells Gilgamesh he saw beyond Humbaba's pleas for clemency, recognized sparing the demon would undo our hero's righteously won victory. That only a violent demonstration would stir the watching gods. There's no room for mercy in the pursuit of glory. The heavens will not open for a champion that shows restraint. Okay. And it's been coloured in. I am determined to enter the cedar forest. Let the mould before us to the artisan they entrusted. Hatchets the masters moulded. Axes of free talents each they moulded. We can't. A book attempting to illustrate to Norman how acts of violence could be heroic. Alright. There's nothing we can't turn the pages, can we now? Alright. That's locked. No problemo.
Huh. Movie poster inside a cabinet. Interesting choice.
There you
Murder
enter.
mill.
There you enter the murder mill.
Hey, either of you heard of Murder Mill?
Holy shinobi. You're kidding, right?
No.
Not the only one around here who's familiar with it.
Wait. This is one of yours?
It's one of the first things I ever worked on. Super low budget. We had no idea what we were doing. Should never have seen the light of day. I still wish it hadn't.
Why?
Well, things tend to get blown out of proportion.
I heard it was only screened a few times, and each time the audience flew into a rabid, murderous rage.
No, come on.
Don't try and deny it. The film is legendary.
I think people were just bored out of their minds.
Look, I'm sure they made you sign all sorts of non-disclosure agreements, like...
What? Who?
The government. When they confiscated and destroyed every existing copy of the film.
Oh, give me a break.
I heard they kept at least one, just in case. And the CIA's got this secret lab called Leary's Memorial Institute where they use it for enhanced interrogation.
How do you know all this?
I'm a fan. And it pays to know this kind of stuff.
Sounds like you're obsessed, pal. That's what it sounds like.
Is that supposed to happen?
I don't know, but I am digging the theatrics.
good. I see you three have wasted no time getting acquainted with each other. I'm so very sorry for the delay in my arrival. There are a great many things that require my attention at the moment, and I would hate to have to deprive you of my full attention while we are together.
Ah, yes. And speaking of needing attention...
All dried up, are we? We can't have that. After all, you're far too capable of a negotiator when you're sober.
And twice that when I'm not.
Madison, would you also like a refreshment?
It's just Maddie.
Oh, my mistake. Maddie it is.
Oh, it's fine.
Nonsense. Never be shy about what you call yourself. Your name is who you are. That's important to remember.
And who are you?
I call myself Augustine Lieber.
Nice to meet you, Augustine Lieber.
Now that we are properly introduced, I must again offer you a drink.
Don't trust her.
No, that's okay.
You sure? It's very good.
You can confirm.
Yeah, flying and drinking doesn't agree with me. Thanks, though.
I know it's been quite a long journey for you all to come here today. I hope, despite that, you'll find it'll all be worth the effort.
Guess that's up to you now, isn't it?
I suppose it is.
Well, I'll show you mine. Do you show me yours?
Aren't we a bit eager? Manners, Mr. Stamford. Not all of us are caught up yet.
Brass tacks, Augustine. I did not come all this way just for drinks.
What's in there?
Look, I don't know what you two have come to cellar, but I just happen to have one of the most sought-after pieces of rare cinematic ephemera to ever hit the market.
Huh.
Well, that right there is the only surviving segment of film from the original camera shot celluloid of one Murder Mill. The earliest known work of a certain noted auteur, allegedly. Should be worth a small fortune.
So I'm told.
Hate to burst your bubble.
Damn it. There goes its one-of-a-kind value.
Not quite.
I never knew what it was from. You told me I had to bring this to you in person if I wanted to make it.
I will keep the promises I made to you. All of you.
What if I don't want to sell?
Well, that would be your choice. But after 40 years of pain, why would you choose to live with more? I have to apologize again, but there are urgent matters I must attend to in my private reliquary. You're welcome to continue to make yourselves at home until I return.
I really think we need to finish discussing...
All in due course, Ms. Castle. We were so close. I could feel the entity's force, its power pulsating through the steel mill. Until Sam Green's petty act of bravado ruined everything. The ritual disrupted. My key mangled. Yet Frank Stone didn't die that night. His essence was seared into the very foundations of the mill. An endless, agonized nightmare. I had to find the right means to awaken him.
So what you're saying is we're pawns to her master plan. Amazing.
You just don't get it, do you? You think we're weak? That we're nothing? You make me sick. There's just one thing you bastards will just never understand. You can tie us up. You can torture us. You can put us through every hellish trial your sick imaginations can come up with. But you'll never defeat our spirit. No. My sister? Oh, God. All I have to do is betray my own sister, and you will let me go free to fight another day. God damn you! God damn you for forcing me to make this impossible choice! You fail to see what truly makes us human. I'd rather die 1,000 miserable deaths than betray someone I love. My answer is no. And there is nothing you can do to change my mind. All right, you alien scum. Do your worst. I can take it. What is that? What are you doing?
And cut.
How's that?
That was amazing.
Really? It wasn't like too much?
No way.
Because I felt like maybe I oversold it a little?
You gotta play to the cheap seats, Jaime. That's where the money is.
Rad.
How did we do, Linda? Was that a good one?
Let me check the gate.
You can check the gate on these little Super 8s?
No, actually, the lens doesn't come off, so.
Somebody just wanted to show off all the fancy new crap they learned from the film production books in the library.
I'm just trying to take the craft seriously.
The craft! Jeez Louise.
So, are we good, or what?
Yeah. I mean, it looked great.
How did the blood gag look?
Well,
Linda, you did get the blood gag, didn't you?
I mean, it's really all about how Jaime sells it.
I did really sell it.
Yeah, but did you get any of it in frame?
You kind of see it splash up in Jaime's face a little.
Linda! I told you I wanted a wide close-up that shows off our super cool bloody arm gag and Jaime's face acting, not just an extreme shot of Jaime's face acting.
I was in the moment. I have to be allowed to express my artistic instincts with the camera, too. And there's no such thing as a wide close-up.
Or an extreme shot.
Or face acting. It's just acting.
Does anyone even care that I'm the director?
Of course. Chris, you're the director. But, like, part of the job is working with people you trust, and I trust Linda's judgment on the camera stuff, you know?
Let's just shoot both versions and then we can see which way works better in the edit. And it'll be my way. Because I'm the director. Hold still, let me clean you off.
And we'll get it on this one.
If we don't, you can just make it up to me in my trailer after the shoot. Yeah. Oh, it's like spearmint cough syrup.
Yeah, all my gagging was kind of real.
Worth it.
You guys want me to leave?
All right. On your feet, people. Everybody back to 1. We're going again. We are going again. Okay, sound speeds.
Camera speeds.
All right, everybody settle. And hold. And hold. And action. Fuck! No!
Oh, dude, that is not good.
What do you think you're doing in here?
Oh, hi, Mr. Green.
Sheriff.
Sheriff. Right. Sorry.
How many times have I told you to stay away from this place?
We were just in the middle of a take.
A take?
For our film production.
You can't shoot a movie in here.
But this is where the big climax happens.
This is a condemned steel mill, Mr. Rivera. And you are trespassing. Now, unless you want to spend the night locked up in jail, I suggest you, Miss Castle, and Miss...
Dixie. Ms. Tammy D. Dixie.
Miss Gordon. Miss Christine Gordon. I suggest you immediately vacate the premises. And you do not, under any circumstances, set 1 foot back here in the Cedar Steel Mill. Ever.
Oh, man. Sir, we're really sorry. We didn't realize we were doing anything wrong. We'll clear out.
Whoa. Jaime, we've got a movie to finish.
I know, but we have to do what the sheriff says. He's the sheriff.
I don't care who he is.
And we're very happy to do whatever the sheriff asks.
And, don't forget to clean up.
What are we supposed to do with a busted up camera?
You get it fixed. Finish your movie. Anywhere else but here.
What the hell crawled up his ass?
He's not so bad. Usually.
We're not gonna do what he says, right? Really?
We can figure out how to finish the movie when we get back to the garage. All wrapped out, sir.
Thank you, Jaime. Now remember what I said, because I'm not going to warn you again.
Yes, sir.
Number 3, A Curiosity on Cedar Hills, 1980. Alright, this is like 20 years later.
complete and utter disaster.
Don't be so dramatic.
It's not like we've got a real deadline.
Ugh, who needs a real deadline when every wasted second brings you closer and closer to your ultimate, cosmic, eternal deadline?
Gothic. I like it. Hey, what are these?
Oh, I got those for us all to wear when we shoot. Surprise.
Wait, you guys are both acting. So, it'll just be me?
So you'll be like our ambassador.
Yeah, not a chance.
Whoa, don't open that up. I still haven't taken the film out yet.
I thought it was broken.
Well, yeah, the lens is cracked, but the footage is still good. Unless, you open it.
Whatever.
We got some good stuff today. Glass half full.
Dude, just let me be upset. Doesn't Sheriff Green have anything better to do with his time? Like, go after actual criminals and shit?
Cedar Hills is not exactly a noted hotbed of criminal activity.
That's not entirely true. There was that whole serial killer thing.
Hold up, what now? When was this?
I was just a baby. I don't really know anything about it.
Oh, you're still just a baby.
And you still don't know anything.
Now, be a good little baby and tell me all about this whole serial killer business.
I know some stuff.
Spill it, lady.
For starters, I think that's why Sheriff Green doesn't want us to go in the steel mill.
Oh yeah, that's where it all went down.
So you do know stuff. And you held back, you traitor.
Yeah, because I knew you'd get all like this.
Hell yeah, I would. Linda, tell me about the steel mill killer.
Well, that's where it all ended. But before that, there was a whole string of disappearances. Kidnappings, really. Murders.
So what was this guy's name? Maybe we should write him into the movie.
Oh, I don't know if we...
Frank Stone.
Huh. So Frank Stone was actually killing people in the steel mill? Like, our steel mill? Where we were just shooting like an hour ago?
That's the theory.
Frank was working at the mill, but I think it was on its last legs by then. Probably not a lot of people around. They shut it down right after.
Who were the victims?
Just people. Some from the town. Some were never identified.
The killings were random. There was no pattern.
Like, how many are we talking?
No one knows for sure.
Because they never found the bodies.
They found parts.
Do you know what this means?
That we need a new location?
No, dummy. That we already have the best location.
How do you...
Think about it. Our movie shot in a real-life murder mill? You can't buy that kind of publicity, Buster.
Oh.
People are actually gonna want to see this thing. We're gonna be, like, totally famous.
Okay, sure. We might get some butts in seats, but like, what if they don't like what they see?
Then we just gotta make sure these last couple of scenes are gonna blow the top of their heads off. Fuck! But not if our fucking camera is fucking broken!
Hey, why don't we just take the camera to the drugstore and see if we can get it fixed?
So, yeah, the thing is, I kinda spent the rest of the budget on the t-shirts. Unless you know of anybody looking to get into film finance, we're kinda shit out of luck.
Castigar, papá. No tengo 16 años y ya no vivo en esta casa. What? You want a piece of me too?
Hey, you okay? What's up?
Nothing, it's fine.
Didn't sound fine.
As soon as Mom got sick, I dropped everything in my whole life in New York to come home and help. And all he does is act like I'm not doing enough. It's like he doesn't even care what I had to give up.
I'm sure he's just worried about Mom.
Yeah, so am I. That's why I'm here. The least he could do is try not to ground me like I'm 16.
Totally. What is he thinking, right?
Sorry, I guess I just needed to blow off some steam.
I get it.
The last thing Mom needs is for us to be screaming at each other.
It's true. Yeah, and You've been doing an incredible job. I mean it. I don't know what we'd do without you.
Uh-oh.
What?
Linda, where's the Jaime bell?
Ring, ring.
What's the Jaime bell?
My darling brother has the tendency to lay it on a little thick whenever he's about to ask for a favor.
No, I'm just speaking from the heart.
Okay. What do you need from me?
Well, we're making this movie, and we're so close to finishing, but we just need a little extra bit of money.
Of course you do. What else is new?
What Jaime's trying to say is our camera got busted today, and we need a few bucks to get it fixed.
Ouch. How much do you need?
Just like $20 would probably cover it.
$20. That ain't pocket change.
That's how much camera repairs cost these days.
Seriously?
We're trying to make this thing good, and good don't come cheap.
You guys really need it to finish the film?
Yeah.
All right, I'm in. Who am I to stand in the way of art?
You won't regret it.
Oh, and I get the garage tonight.
What? Why?
Because I need it.
This is where all our editing stuff is.
Well, that's the deal. Take it or leave it.
All right. It's a deal.
Try not to waste it.
Don't worry. We'll put it to good use.
You all right there? You're looking a little, wiggly.
I'm fine. It's just... what is in that fake blood?
I think it's just mint-flavored real blood.
Oh, it did say to avoid any prolonged skin contact. You washed it all off, like, right away, right?
You don't think it's, like, actually poisonous, do you?
It's a horror movie, Jaime. Anyone could go. Anytime! Hopefully there's enough time to fix the camera before they close tonight.
I'm not sure the drugstore clerk will even know how to fix it.
Hey, think positive.
It's not like there's anywhere else in town we could take it.
What?
What about there?
I thought that place was condemned.
Guess they got a new tenant.
Do curiosity shops even repair cameras?
There was a place like that near my grandfather's house. The owner used to tinker with all sorts of old junk. You never know.
I bet they have some rad old junk, too.
Your call, Chris.
Why not? I certainly am curious regarding said shop, eh?
Yes, I get it.
Lead the way. Man, if I didn't know any better, I'd say this place looks like it's been here forever.
And a half.
Maybe you should write it in.
Don't tempt me.
What if the owner's a deranged serial killer who collects wayward teenagers and turns them into antiques?
Then we hit the jackpot.
Check out the wares.
Ooh, cameras.
These look like they've seen better days.
They're not gonna put the best ones in the window. We gotta look inside.
Too bad. So much for that. We can still head up the drugstore before it closes.
And what is it you're looking for?
Hello.
Hello?
We saw the cameras. We're trying to find a replacement for this.
Of course you are. Please. Come on inside. Now, let me see. I think I have something that may interest you, if I can find it out back. Please make yourselves at home.
Okay.
And be sure to have a look around.
You never know what treasures you might find.
Make ourselves at home? Here?
I don't know. I think it's kind of cozy. In a failed capitalist state kind of way.
Let's see. Could it have been in... No. Maybe this one? Where did I put all the... How has this place become such a mess?
It's cool that keeps coming up.
Aw, cute bunny.
Dear Mr.
Whoever owned this
Olson.
place before had some lousy luck.
Dear Mr. Olson, this letter will serve to confirm the agreement regarding the sale of Ned's nutty Ned Knacks even. All relevant legal paperwork has been signed and you should receive payment by month's end. My client also wanted to extend their sympathies to your recent hardships. If there is any lesson to be drawn from this, is that fire, theft and casualty are not things that only happen to other people. Hopefully moving on from Cedar Hills will give you some distance from the bereavement. After all, time is a great healer. And perhaps one day you'll find yourself able to adopt another cat. Respectfully, R. Straker. Store recently passed into the hands of a new owner.
Let's say, hypothetically, she does find a camera for us back there. What's the next move?
We got everything we need to finish this sucker.
Well, except the mill. Sheriff Green's gonna have his eyes glued to the front gates. No way we can get back in again.
It's a weird looking thing, innit?
I don't know what that is, but it looks painful.
Smiley pin.
Who would want to watch this creep fest? Imagine
Another
carving
relic
up to
found.
that at night.
The trap of the smiling successor of the Macmillan estate. another relic.
What I was trying to say before was,
There's gotta be another way into the mill. We have to finish. We have to.
Let's see.
she comes running out straight at us with a giant chainsaw. I'm gonna be like so bummed out.
You're in luck. A very fine item indeed.
Yes.
Whoa.
May I?
I insist.
It's pretty old. Possible we could make it work, but it's not exactly what we had in mind.
Mm-hmm.
How much are you asking for it?
Oh, there's a tiny little price tag on it, but I seem to have forgotten my reading glasses. Why don't you take a look?
$20. Okay, sure. I think that seems reasonable for something like this.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for finding us a camera.
Oh, it was no trouble at all. It truly is such a joy to see young people so passionate about the arts.
Yeah. Yep, that's us.
But yeah,
Hey, guys! Oh,
I have a feeling that they'll go back to that, and there was no such storekeeper. You know what I mean?
I told my mom I'd pick up some milk on the way home.
Oh, do you want me to...
Hold this! Be right back.
Wait, Chris, we just spent all the money.
Emergency sock quarter!
Emergency sock quarter?
Buy milk. Hey, new trinket, waterlogged shoe, 4 names, 4 trials. She tells me not to rush. We'll come back to that in a second. Let's go. I'm happy with that.
Demolition scheduled this year. Whoa. Our movie is going to be the last record of the mill.
Lightbringer Estate, Cedar Hills renewal enters new phase. Move fast to secure your place today. Lightbringer Estates has announced the next stage in the transformation of Cedar Hills, with new homes planned on the land around the site of the former Cedar Steel Mill. Explanatory visits to the old Cedar Steel site by Lightbringer's expert teams of engineers and architects have already commenced, ahead of demolition scheduled for later this year and construction beginning in early 81. There's nothing else on that board, is there? Nope.
Cursed movies? Really? Must be a slow news day.
Best Left Buried, the dark mythology of the lost movie by Joe Blue. There are those films that have been lost over time which, in their absence, have developed an aura of mystery. These lost movies have fascinated film historians and conspiracy theories alike, not because they wish to marvel at the performances of the actors or craft of the director, but because they believe through whatever remnants of footage they can cobble together, they may gain a glimpse into a darker reality realized only by the camera. Most associated with the production have distanced themselves from the rumors around Dean's disappearance, the most persistent of which is that the surviving footage of any scene involving Dean, one never fails to observe a stranger rolling fog in the desert background. Perhaps there really was something lurking in the desert, waiting for its moment to come forth and claim the film's star for its own twisted machinations. Lost Movie Magazine, there's a long lineage of lost movies. Goes way too quick, that does. Okay, The Trapper. Young Evans spent his whole life striving to prove himself a worthy successor to the Macmillan estates. But the trappings of expectations saw him stumble down the same dark path as his father. Now he roams with a smile that never falters, certain his newfound purpose is making old Archie proud. Be careful where you tread, for each step could be your last. Okay. So we've got a lawyer letter confirming the recent sale of the Curiosity store. Poor Mr. Olsen, would he have ever sold up if not for his terrible luck? The Champion, Epic of Gilgamesh, an annotated copy of the Epic of Gilgamesh, an ancient Babylonian legend. From the notes, it is clear somebody wanted Norman to take a deeper meaning from the story. Perhaps they felt he needed to broaden his horizons. Okay, Murder Mill. So movie poster, Murder Mill. Tagline seems a bit corny, but there's something unnerving about that setting. And Lost Movie Magazine, a magazine article focused on the history of lost movies. How many of these conspiracies have even the slightest grain of truth? Okay, these are all our fates so far.
I could so find a place for these in Murder Mill. If we had any cash to spare, which we absolutely do not.
El Bruto firecrackers. Pull 'em, they go bang.
Another missing kid. I hope they're found.
Missing Benny Baker, missing the 4th or the 24th of the 4th, 1980. From Garfield, hair brown, eyes brown, height 4'6", weight 65 lbs. If you can identify this missing youth, please call Cedar Hills Sheriff's Department Missing Persons 364 555 0142.
Hey, Chris.
Robert! Wait, I thought you worked at the library.
Wait, how would you know? Don't think I ever saw you come in.
I got spies everywhere, man.
So, Linda.
Busted.
You can always come in yourself, you know. Books don't bite.
Linda's the bookworm. I'm more of a movie worm.
I don't think that's a real kind of worm.
Neither's a bookworm.
So we're about to close in like 2 minutes, so...
Oh, right, yeah. Ring me up.
All right, that'll be 25 cents.
Okay.
Yeah, you sure don't see coin like this working in the library. Actually, you don't see any coin. It's volunteer hours.
Not so bad if you like to read, I guess.
True. We've got a rad horror section, too.
Didn't know you were a horror guy. Just books?
Movies, comics, too. Whatever I can get my hands on.
You know, Jaime and Linda and I are all making a horror movie down at the old Cedar Steel Mill.
No kidding.
We could always use an extra hand if you're into that kind of thing.
Super into it.
But...
Does my dad know you're going into the mill? He watches that place like a hawk.
Yeah, we had a little
That's his
run-in
dad.
with him today, but we're gonna sneak back in to shoot the rest.
Man. I would love to be involved.
Involved in what?
Hey, Dad. Yeah, Chris was just telling me about a...
We're putting together a fundraiser.
to show movies at the library.
Okay. You need a ride home?
Oh, yeah. Let me just get my bag.
Chris. I'm sorry I was a little harsh with you and your friends before. I just wanted to make sure you're taking me seriously.
I get it. They told me about Frank Stone. Gotta be a lot of demons in a place like that.
You spend enough time in my line of work, you realize every place has got its demons. You ready? Take care.
Hey. I can get you back into the mill without him knowing. Just say the word.
Let's make a movie.
I think Chris is a bit too, she's a bit too flirty with that guy considering she's got a boyfriend already, personally.
I have worn many
That's gonna go
masks
down
over
like
the
a house on fire.
centuries. Dr. Augustine Lieber was renowned, professional, and trusted. Frank Stone confided in me, allowed me to unlock his potential during those dark days in the psychiatric ward. And now, a new guise, a new timeline, a new chance.
That old woman was the same person as... Wow, that's crazy, that. As you can just see, that elderly lady was literally the same.
The camera, I admit, was unfair, even for me. They couldn't know what power they held in their hands, nor what cruelty awaits them in the steel mill. But what true creator wouldn't suffer for their art?
Shit. Did we make a wrong call then? And before these walls, something goes way too quick, these titles.
Okay.
Bad dream?
Ugh. How long was I out? I don't even remember falling asleep.
15, 20 minutes? Seems like it was a pretty intense dream.
Wait, what happened to Augustine again?
She left.
Left?
She said she had to do something very urgently in her private reliquary.
Hey, now...
Don't you think that older woman looks a lot like Chris from 1980? Food for
Wake
thought.
again. Can we forget about Augustine for a minute and talk about the 1,000-foot-long elephant in the room?
1,000... Oh.
1,000 feet is the average length of film in a movie.
Oh.
Guess we were all playing it close to the vest before. Huh.
It's not my film. I just worked on it. Didn't direct it. It's not even on my official filmography.
I meant how we were all holding back about our film strips.
Oh, right.
Whether you take credit for it or not, it's definitely the most infamous project that's associated with you. Cursed film collectors have been unsuccessfully searching for any trace of it for years. And now we are all here, each with our own little slice of a mysterious pie. It's a pretty big deal.
So, all of our film strips, they're part of this movie you and your friends made, Linda?
If they're not fakes, yeah.
Mine's not fake.
And all that stuff you said about it being cursed?
Murderous rages, CIA interrogation, total disassociation with reality. Because it's so rare, only a few people know for sure. So they say. If Augustine wants the only known surviving pieces of it, she's gonna have to pay up.
Why do you think she wants it so bad? I mean, it's not really cursed, right?
I prefer not to dwell on the past. We're here, someone's offering to buy our sections of the film. That is all I'm concerned with right now.
Providence.
Now, she's the girl with pigtails from the 1980s. Just Linda.
Towards a successful sale.
So to motives. I don't know about you, but I would very much like to know why Augustine is so desperate to get her hands on this film.
Well, first rule of business is to gather every bit of intel you can on your opponent. And I don't know about you two ladies, but I have been itching to get a little look-see around this big old house of curiosities.
Are we allowed to look around?
What do you say, director? Want to keep sitting around, or want to peek behind the curtain?
What are you waiting for?
Now, this is a real bold statement kind of room, you know what I mean? New Augustine got cash, but not like this kind of cash.
Sounds like you didn't scout your mark as well as you thought.
In business, we don't call them marks.
Hustling is a racket, not a business.
I wouldn't underestimate my scouting skills, if I were you. A lot rattling around up here that could be mutually beneficial.
Why don't you tell me how you know so much about Murder Mill?
I'm a big fan. It's your first credit.
Cut the shit, man.
Okay. You want to know the truth? When I first heard about it, I didn't believe it was real. But the more I looked into it, the more breadcrumbs I found. And the further I followed the trail, the more fascinated I became. Not just in the film, in the legend. Whether you meant to or not, you created a monster with this movie. Even if it isn't really cursed, the fact that everyone believes it is makes it real.
Believing in something doesn't make it real.
Well, that's why I had to find out for myself. Took me a couple years, but when the opportunity came for me to actually acquire a genuine piece of it, I jumped at the chance.
And just how did you acquire it, exactly?
Hey, just catching up. So, what have you guys found?
Not much. But the night's young.
Not as young as you think. Let's keep looking around.
Explore the atrium. Madison. See, I've got a feeling that this Madison is either Chris or she is Linda from 1980. I could be wrong. It could be any of them two. It could just be completely a different person. Madison's this one, isn't it? Okay, so Madison is actually the young woman with the black hair. So Linda is the older woman. Yeah, see Linda, see what I'm saying? It's the same Linda from 1980. I had a feeling it was. We've only got Sam from 1963 at the minute. Okay, guys. Well, I know it might sound like we are, we haven't done a lot, but we have. I think because obviously we were streaming, the Lego game literally for 2 hours, and then we've gotten onto this. It has been a little bit more, tiring than usual. So, thought we'd play this for a bit, obviously see what it's all about. I think the opening was very, very, very cool. The whole Frank Stone being this, like, serial killer. I had a feeling he was following us when we were in the, like, was it like the tunnels or the sewer bit? No, it's not a sewer bit, but, it's like the underground bit. Trying to remember what we went down there for again. I think it was like a generator room or something like that. Either way, obviously we found out that from lifting the grates, and we, what was his name? Now we were playing as Sam at the very start as the police officer, and we had put our trust in. Who did we put our trust in? Sam trusted in Tom when he needed him most. So I'm not really sure who Tom is yet. Obviously, other than this, like he was obviously an older person that worked for the like security bit, and then he had a dog that was a bit, the dog was very strange. How it would just eat the meat of like dead bodies. That was very weird in my opinion. But anyway, we went down under the grates. It went to like a tunnel or like a underground bit / sewery type of area, and we were able to save the child. With Sam getting free from the hook and shooting Frank Castle. Oh, not Frank Castle, Frank Stone. So that is what happened originally. Then we went straight to 2024. We were playing as Madison. Playing as Madison, who drove past Linda, which at the time, you know, we were driving past, there was a person broke down in the middle of the forest. What are you going to do? Are you going to stop right in the middle of the woods? You don't know if it's going to be a setup, you know. It's. I'm just very, what's the word for it now? Cautious when it comes to things like that. And obviously it's a horror game, so you're going to expect some kind of shit going on at some point. But, yeah, it's a very interesting start to the game. It's not really got going since then, but it's gotten to the bit where, you know, we were learning the new characters. I think what's interesting is it's got 3 specific years. You've got 1963 when it was a steelworks place, 1980 where, you know, the mill was just turning into like I think either houses or a mansion, and then in 2024 it was built into a mansion. So these are all interesting years, but we've only really we've uncovered a few relics, we've uncovered a few, you know, secret areas, secret newspapers, but other than that, we've just kind of not really got going. You know, introducing the characters is what I'm trying to say. You know, 1980 maybe went a little bit further. The camera got broke, so we went into the mysterious place. Trading our camera for another one, and bought it for $20. Anyway, guys, I will leave it there though. It does auto save. We're just going to make sure that it actually does. So if we were to continue.
Why don't you tell me how you know so much about Murder Mill?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it, where that was. Just a little bit before, obviously, Madison came back in the room. Okay. Don't know why it keeps cutting my camera off, but it is where it is. Collection. These are all what we've got so far. Alright, guys, I will catch you in the next one. Peace.